Hello everyone, it's me Clayson. I just finished watching The Guardians of Justice, starring Diamond Dallas Page, Sharni Vinson, and created by Adi Shankar, the same guy who happened to produce and acted as series creator of the awesome Netflix Castlevania series. Now, Adi Shankar has had his hand in making a lot of films and short films in the bootleg universe, where he basically repurposes and remixes familiar characters with, just enough changes to avoid copyright claims to essentially give us stories with these characters that we would never see before. And so, thus he does so with this series, but that basically asks, what if the Justice League was brought to its knees by Superman being killed and Batman having to investigate who was the killer of the Man of Steel? Let's get to the story, shall we? The story is about Nighthawk, played by Diamond Dallas Page from WCW Wrestling, who, after seeing that Marvelous Man, a alien who helped save the world from World War III at one point, had apparently committed suicide, he suspects foul play, and he believes that someone's actually behind a murder of Marvelous Man instead. So we spend the 7 episodes learning about this world of superheroes as Nighthawk goes through his investigations, and he seeks to find, and some of the other team members, especially Speed, played by Sharni Vision, find that maybe he's not to be trusted as they thought he was. So basically, it's a mystery / whodunit with superheroes, and I have to say, I really appreciated the series' sense of style. Even though the dialogue can consist of a few too many F-bombs for its own good, Castlevania kind of had the same issue. The interesting thing about this series is that it's a mix of live action with various animation styles. There's claymation, there's 3D animation, 2D animation, models, and it definitely happens to be a weird mix of styles, including various references to video games, with henchmen having health bars over their heads, with boss battles being announced when the heroes fight major villains, and with fatalities literally having a fatality symbol on them. That's a clear reference to Mortal Kombat. It's definitely one of those shows that feels like you have to go in knowing some familiarity with a lot of the characters that they're clearly paying homage to, if not outright ripping off. But it's definitely one of those series that's style over substance, but that doesn't stop it from being quite entertaining. Especially considering you never really know what's next with this series. I appreciate that it takes these crazy concepts and just rolls with them. Such as Red Talon being a version of Red Hood if he was also Rambo and played by John Morrison. Yeah, it's clear Adi Shankar has a bit of wrestling on his personal tastes too. And while the production values do generally look about as you'd expect for a Netflix series with this kind of premise, it does happen to work really well by using those different animation styles and going through them at such a point where you can tell a lot of creativity went into the story, even if the story does feel like it was clearly aped off of other creators. So it's kind of a weird mix for me. On one hand, it's a story that clearly feels overly edgy for its own good, and it does feel like it would be something that Zack Snyder would make if he didn't have to take a studio note. On the other hand, it's wildly creative. It has animation styles used for purposes I've never seen them being used for before, and it was clearly a passion project by its creator. So, with that respect, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 purely based on its creativity. And while it's going to be divisive and I don't think everyone will like it, I do think it's worth watching purely for the creativity on display. So that's all I have to say. Bye for now.